Hello, wherever you are, welcome to the Flown Vibes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is where you
this
have
is the maiden edition of Flown Vibes, and with me,
Good afternoon. It's another wonderful edition of Flown Vibes. That particular show where would they tell you the truth where nowhere cloth. And today we won't talk about marriage. Yeah, if you take your mind back to the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, marriage been get as it been the be, and people been they stay for marriage for longer period than the way we be for this when we enter the year 2000s, from the year 2020 till now 2024. A whole lot of issues where our parents when they get that time and then overcome them still continue for marriage. A lot of these our generation from the year 2000 marriages, once they face small wahala like this, or more, don't enter social media, and from there they don't seek online in-laws. Yeah, we get online in-laws now for marriages for Nigeria and of course almost everywhere in the world right now. But another thing we can also they happen for inside marriages this time. Now when we say married women go even there for inside marriage, they waka pium pium pium, they use that pium way. Sometimes you get when rain go even fall. Husband go come out for house before he come back, he meet your wife for another person's house. Go be like saying a flood carry the wife from a house go the neighbor house. We go put out for all this. And we get somebody even down there inside marriage for some time. We don't experience this thing. We don't even see koro koro. And we go follow us. But before then, inside my two sides this afternoon, I did like Jesus Christ in the middle, and the other two people for the love of Nigeria.
Jesus Christ of
Flown Vibes.
Ona, a white man.
He got a door.
Oh, he got it all. All right, I remain simply for the love. This remains Flown Vibes, that show that is always ready to give you the naked truth, the way it is. That is how you get it on this particular show. Keep watching from Flown Vibes.
All right, so and we got this beautiful mama in the house. And
Yes, so
OT mama, OT Billy. The first time I hear OT Bill, you know, when I've been go America, when I've been go UK, you know, and they talk about Canafon, government. Yeah, time I've been go when we hear people they answer Bill. These are people they want dash people money. So OT Billy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever you're watching us and whatever time you're listening to us or watching us, it's good afternoon, yeah.
Yes. Welcome to Flown Vibes. When you were talking about being the Jesus in the midst of two, your liver fail you, so you dey fear me. You dey fear me.
No,
you don't mention the criminal.
Now to mention the criminal, you know me.
So welcome viewer, welcome to Flown Vibes. My name is Otobong Billy. Again, if you want to tease me, you want to give me money, call me OT Billy, and I will love you.
OT Billy, I've just teased her.
Dash me money.
Okay, so to join us for this particular issue and topic which relates to marriages, we'll get Emmanuel Owala, na movie actor. Emmanuel Owala, na mediapreneur. That is somebody they do media work, and of course, they do a whole lot of things in there everywhere. Named Emmanuel Owala, but a lot of you know him as Emma Solution. Emma Solution, good afternoon this afternoon. This one we have face cap and native.
Well, anything can happen.
You dey go Germany for training.
That's not your business. Good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us from. My name is Emmanuel Owala.
Welcome.
You hear the nick, Emma Solution. Okay, so that I'm here. Otto Billy, I'd like to suggest that you go with Otto Bills, OT Bills. It makes a whole lot of meaning to me. OT Bills, you know, look at your complexion. You look like someone who's not
can
here.
spend.
You know, you take care of the bills.
Don't let the complexion disappoint you. Leave this complexion, no.
Packaging.
This complexion. So, contribute plus the matter been beer. Oti, you know, say for this generation, this what are they called? Our generation.
Our generation.
You come like say you don't old pass us. Okay, so you know, recently in those days, our mama and papa them when they get their issues, they settle for house, stay house, the marriage continue. Now that time, that's why they hear some parents now they celebrate 40 years marriage, 50 years marriage, 100 years marriage, and but these days. People go just marry in 3 months. You don't hear them begin. They come Facebook, social media, everywhere. We don't get online in-laws full everywhere. And some people go actually say maybe in the presence of social media, now even make marriages not they last again because you find out that husband and wife no they even get time to discuss their matter. Once somebody just do bam, the wife don't enter Facebook or the husband don't enter Facebook. You know this is social media.
Exactly. I think it's not just a follow. I think social media is a major cause of most issues in marriages. For example, someone will have a heartbreak or maybe you have a little issue and then you're jumping on Facebook, I am heartbroken. There was a story where someone said if a woman says headache, men will say sorry, how is it doing you? And then a man will post I'm committing suicide. You know, more serious issue. Everybody, some people will say if you like. Some people will say, go and kill yourself, go and hug transformer. But when once a woman is maybe a little issue in her marriage or her relationship, she'll just come online. I am heartbroken. Like 1,001 men. How is it doing you?
Know, some men they on the sideline just to wait, make the marriage or the relationship
happen.
Scatter.
So they're like
today now. You get where they on the sideline where they wait make you just bring the entire field.
Exactly. So they're like,
they reserve bench.
Hey, how is it doing you? What is it? You have issues? Send your account. Before you know it, social media has blown up everything. So our parents, our forefathers did not have social media. They did not have where they have to go and cry.
So they actually settle their matter within
themselves.
Family.
Yes. And another thing is, apart from you bringing your problem to social media, viewing social media, at some point I stopped being active on Facebook because you may watch things and you're seeing fake life because I know some are fake because we know these people in real life.
And then leave your color.
you're seeing a lot of things on social media and you're like, oh, my own situation is worse. You're seeing people flying up and down, you don't know who is sponsoring, and you're there saying, my own husband is not doing it for me, my own wife is not doing this. You see a woman who cook different colors of food, different types of cook, and then you're viewing it, you're looking at your phone and saying, my wife can't even cook this. You get, because you're seeing other options on social media and you're comparing yourself, you're comparing your marriage. So before you begin to have complaints like that, that's where problem begins to set in.
For the love, I think these days, some young persons these days know they actually prepare for marriage, they prepare for the celebration. Because you go see young ladies, young guys, they go take, say in those days, they take all this time, you go kneel down, they draw red flower for ground. Come kneel down, they do engagement for roadside. We know they do them for this country before. We know they do them for Africa before. They take time, go visit the families, know the families. In fact, that time if you want to go marry, without you knowing, the girl people go send person, go your family, for your village, no matter how far they, to go find out where this brother from, where this person from, which family from. Then your own parents to go send us to go find out where this girl from. But this kind of thing know they again because this time around we do social media marriage. You know they say some of these things follow cause a lot of wahala where they happen for this country.
Yeah, I agree with you in totality, but I think beyond social media being one of the reasons why marriages are suffering or there are setbacks in marriages, I think we should also consider the fact that most of our pastors are really causing a lot of issues in marriages.
Religious marriage.
I am telling you the truth. You see that even some wives are more respectful, have regard to their pastor than their husband at home. You want to doubt me?
I don't doubt.
They know. I'm telling you that you'll see a lady who wake up in the morning and tell you, I have meeting with
my pastor.
Papa.
We have
Papa.
We have prayer band discussion. And you look at your wife that you paid almost, you did everything.
You pay
possible.
bride price.
Apart from even that, how you take child can make she even agree.
Yeah, the stress.
But I'm not going to sit here. No, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you guys talk about women.
No.
Do you know that it's really annoying that as a husband, you are more respectful to your boss, a female boss, and then at every point your boss is calling you.
No, but
Oh, sorry.
female boss is different from. Is different from.
Anything your boss, your madam will tell you. No, it's my madam. Don't even talk. My madam is calling, and all of that. So it's not just this thing. It's both man and woman.
Hold on, OT bills.
Let me allow me land. I go land. Now, because where I'm coming from, you talked about the duration in marriages now. That are our parents before now. We used to celebrate 40 years in marriage, 70 years anniversary, and all of that. But now, I remember one guy we married. I think the marriage was in 2017. Reached 8 months. That marriage crashed.
They talk peacefully.
Waiting be peacefully.
Okay.
I called this my friend, tell her, say, waiting happened, bro. Tell me, now me and you be this. It's I believe that girl, I don't even know, so she had her part of her life with me, I don't know.
And you don't go spend money to bridal shower.
You know how much you don't spend. You called all the entire state. The who is who in the state were in that marriage. And now, waiting, how you go take explain, give people, waiting happened so. He said, my brother, come on, there are women full everywhere. I'll pick another one. And as I speak with you, he don't marry another person. Another full-blown marriage.
Another full-blown woman.
And marriage. He marry another person.
For the love. Let me correct you. Let me correct you. You see, what you guys call marriage is not marriage. It's wedding. The people of the Gen Zs today are not prepared for marriage. They are prepared for wedding, their celebration. These are two different things.
I agree with you.
Now, celebration is the wedding is a celebration. Oh my team, oh my marriage, oh my this, oh my that. How prepared are you to go into the institution called marriage? Don't forget, marriage is one institution that gives you a certificate before as you enter.
No expiry date.
Others, you get certificates when you are done from the institution, but the institution called marriage gives you a certificate as you enter. That means there's no way to go out anymore. So the people of today are preparing more for wedding.
But if you say
not marriage.
If you say no way to go out anymore, I think there is a way. Because for God's sake, if you not enter,
let me tell you, sir, what marriage has to do with two persons, the Bible says, for this cause, a man shall leave his father and mother and shall cleave unto his wife. Let me tell you, sir. You have to make a deliberate attempt to marry your wife.
You go take marry your wife. Okay, Mama.
When you do not marry your wife or marry your husband, for instance, you are trying to fix a knot, into a bolt, into a knot. If it's not that specification, it will either wear or it will size it, or you have to force it. You can't have, for instance, my shoe size is 45 large or 46. If I make an attempt to wear a 44 size shoe, I can't walk. It won't happen. So some of us today are making efforts. Because we want to compare, because we want to trend in the society, because we want to be a topic in the society. So let me go to Mr. A, who has so much money, who has so much affluence, and you refuse to understand that he is not your husband.
I think we should actually talk about the reasons people marry. I think when we start from there, we will know why the marriages crash. Because if the reason you went into the marriage cannot be sustained.
Now just to born children, produce.
There are so many reasons why people marry.
Okay.
Like he said, some people just do it for the picture. They will now be asking how many people liked it, how many likes, how many following, how many this for the class.
For societal endorsement. I am now married.
Chasing, yes. So there are so many reasons. We've heard people marrying because they want the women to aid them to travel out of the country. We've heard people marry because they want a certain job. We've heard people marry daughters of well-known politicians because they want connection. That's majorly why they are married.
Marriage is supposed to help you grow now. I mean,
No,
if you,
it shouldn't be a reason.
It shouldn't.
For that, you
shouldn't
go
be-
love the girl.
It shouldn't be a reason. And then some people, they say they just want to marry because the person is a member of my religion,
church.
my church. Yeah, that we can't marry outside.
In fact, that one when you talk, say we get one particular church them for this country where they be say, if you know they go my church, they not go even answer you. They not go. In fact, they go say.
Them they oh.
Yes, I get one
Yeah.
friend now.
Them
If
they.
I don't marry the girl, the problem
But because
na say
the-
the church no approve. Say make the girl no marry am because the boy no they go
Their church.
Now,
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 I get another friend wey come follow go the church just to marry the girl. As he marry
Exactly.
finish, he tell the girl papa
Removed
say,
her.
He
Yes.
tell the girl papa say he no dey go your church. Say he just come the church to marry the girl.
Point blank.
well, the truth is, like Oti said, why do people get married?
Married. Yes.
Why did I sit on my own and decided to look for somebody's daughter and make her my wife?
And somebody's son.
And yes, someone's son makes me his husband. I'll be her husband. Now, you see, there are so many reasons why people get married. That is not my concern at all. Whatever reason you have to get married, that's your business. Whatever reason you have to do, everybody has a reason to do whatever they want to do in the planet Earth. As far as they're humans, they have reason to do whatever they want to do. You know, that's not my concern.
Where you go, guys?
My concern is the issue of inconveniencing. One, inconveniencing
Who the inconvenience who now?
the both parties.
Okay. The man the inconvenience.
Somebody's son or someone's daughter taking him or her from the comfort of wherever he or she was
What if
to becoming well.
That's another reason.
Yes.
That's another reason
Now-
for marriage. I am not comfortable. Let me run.
Now the
Eh,
issue, you see, guys deceive ourselves, you know, a whole lot. I say love. I love her so much, and immediately the person won't ask you, why do you love me? Have you noticed that there is no reason for love? Yes,
Now,
there is no love. Does not have a reason. Whenever a woman asks you, you said you love me, right? Why do you love me? Bros, once you have a reason to love, know that it is not more love, it is fake. Because love does not ask why. Love does not have a reason. Well, that's not why I'm here today. I'm not talking about love. I'm not talking about why people get married. Mine is the things that happen inside marriage.
okay, so now this thing where they happen for marriage, you don't marry for so many years, and by virtue of what you do, you don't get to meet with different married people, different women and men, and so you don't gain experience, you don't gather experience, and of course you don't also hear gist of man where don't marry, they walk up and down, women where don't marry, they walk up and down. So they recently, I even hear say, one they form papa they come out say they come pray for the woman. We don't know say the two children for the house now the pastor now he get them. You understand?
Well-
now when the husband don't even know, the husband every time when he say I will come home to go for all night for deliverance, the woman, the pastor, they always come pick the woman. The man say
Don't pick it, let me help you. Whenever a partner starts cheating, you must know.
Okay.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Because let me tell you, you and this person have started sharing a bond. When your wife lies, for instance, when my wife lies, I know. She can't look at me at the eye. When I lie to my wife,
they know.
when I lie to my wife, she knows. So people believe that
Who
thing.
lie pass?
You and your wife.
That is not your business. That's my house. So whoever lies more is not. But the truth is this: when you say that, some women fake it, going to promiscuity with the pastors and all that, and the husband doesn't know.
And
The
remember
husband
when we
knows.
say pastors, I bet
The
we're not just
husband
pastors.
knows, just that he wants to confirm. 1, 2, he does not want to confront. 3, he may have fallen out of love with the wife. And 4, the children, the kids.
Okay, so
If I
this
confront,
part where you talk now, say the children. I think now they make people die inside relationships.
Let me tell you, sir. I'm not done.
Because the time when they for take come out, they go to say what of the children.
I do not encourage a marriage that you must come out. That's not a marriage my father and my mother married.
Well, for me,
I do not subscribe. Hold on, sir. There was never a time in the Bible which is a foundation of marriage. Hello, sir. Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. The marriage is a foundation, has a foundation, which is the Bible, which is God. There was never a time that God gave. No, sir. Hold on, sir.
Whites brought the Bible to Nigeria, where people not marrying
no
in
place
Nigeria,
in the Bible
where people
that
not
talks
marrying in
about-
Africa.
Is there no place in the Bible that talks about divorce
Yes.
or when there is infidelity?
Foundation of marriage,
Yes.
according to Genesis.
The man solution.
Genesis what?
Genesis 20.
Genesis what?
And God made man in his own image.
Somewhere
And
in
he
Genesis.
said, and God saw
Somewhere in
that
Genesis.
it was not good for the man to be alone.
So
And
if
therefore
me and you
he
don't
made
come
man
together, see,
a
the
male
solution, the thing
meat.
is, if me and you don't come together, because you say we no fit date together again. Can't I
Yes.
leave you and go and find
Like
another?
the sample you talked
said before,
about.
yes.
The example you used, you said if, for example, there is a knot, you try to tie it,
the knot
and
no
it
tie.
doesn't, and you force yourself. There is bound to be a problem.
And that one go lead to
What
violence.
you have to do is
Don't go
go
lead to
back to the. You
violence.
see what has the today's generation, the Gen Z generation. Our mindset is why we are having the issues we are having in marriages.
Exactly. Things are
When you marry with the option that you can leave your husband's house when it is no more bearable, that is the beginning of the
But if
failure
you
of
don't get
marriage.
That option, if you don't get and take that option, that will lead to violence. That's why you now see, because you know what? Let me tell you.
I know. I will not encourage
but-
a union that you already preempt.
No,
that
no.
once you get into it,
I think
it may not work. So I get out.
No. Nobody goes into marriage thinking
That's what God begins saying. You're already giving yourself. You're already giving yourself a condition that if I get into it, it doesn't work. I get out.
No, I dey tell you
no.
That's not how it used to be.
That's right.
If it
Emma,
turns
God
violent,
begins-
you have to leave.
Otibili, I think we have to, because our fans watching us right now, they are struggling to get who is trying to make points and who is trying to make points. So I think we should be able to allow for a complete drop off.
Okay,
thought.
so why I stop Emma?
Now, no. Emma was making a point that this generation have lost it.
We've lost it totally.
Now, Oti made a point, reminded Emma Solution that you said there must be compatibility before you go into marriage. Using an example of a bolt and a knot, that if you use a wrong bolt into a particular knot, it doesn't fit in properly, and you have to change it. Now, Oti reminded him that if that situation arises in marriage, how do you go about it? Because that will come to the divorce. And Oti was also trying to make a point, citing Bible as a case study. So, Emma, are you saying in a nutshell that once you get into marriage, no matter what you see or
Stay
find
there.
in that marriage, you
Stay
must
there.
stay
Is
there?
that what you're
Sir,
saying?
I want to say this very importantly. I take reference to the family I come from.
Okay,
Or very recently, I am 42 today, 43.
interesting.
My parents are
Nice one,
married
nice one.
for 40
Happy-
years.
Is it your birthday?
No. This year, by 9th May, I'll be 43.
All right.
My parents have been married for 40 years plus. Okay? So I can always go back to them. I'll use their marriage as a measurement to what I want. Okay? Now, I have never seen my mother respond to my father angrily before. In 40 years, has never challenged my father. I've never seen my father raise his hands on my mother before.
Was she happy in that marriage?
My mother is happily married to my father. I said,
Are they still alive?
both of them happily married until till tomorrow. Now, what am I saying? These are my parents. That's where I come from, rather. That's my foundation. That's where I come from. I should be able to make them a role model of my marriage. What does that mean? I should be able to look for a woman who is compatible. I'll tell that again. I should be able to look for a woman who is compatible with me and to me. Two different things. With and to. Someone who will understand me. Someone who will not challenge, who knows how to manage my anger points.
So now only the woman supposed to know how to manage.
Hello, sir. I am not. I've not landed.
Yeah.
It's vice versa. It's two sides. Someone who can manage me. Someone who understands when I am angry. Someone who understands when I am more excited. When I'm too excited. Someone who understands my actions. The same person, I must also be able to understand her, to know when she has gone overboard. Oh, big baby, hey, that thing you said, you're not supposed to say it that way.
No, I get the point.
Now, but you see where we miss it. Where we miss it in today's marriage, in today's families, are when we make role models of celebrities, people we do not understand where they come from. Remember, marriage is an institution that does not have a particular manual.
Hold your thoughts, Emma. Hold your thoughts. Now, Oti,
Yes.
there is a lot of issues in marriages which we've alluded to. Now, one of such is the fact that infidelity plays a very critical role in marriage having issues. Now, we've seen cases, we've heard cases, we've read on cases where women are the ones causing these issues. Sometimes women arrange people, arrange young girls.
You want us to go there?
They have to go there.
You want us to go there?
They arrange young girls in order for their husbands
Not to go out.
not to go outside and cheat.
But
They arrange for young girls to come inside and satisfy their husbands.
Okay.
Sometimes they arrange for this girl to come in. They also partake in
the
the spree.
now
So
fellowship.
in the fellowship, thank you very much. You get experience.
I dey
So
go fellowship well.
this is not healthy. This is not healthy. Oti, you are a lady. This is in the public domain. It's happening every day in our neighborhood, in our society.
Okay.
As a lady, as a woman,
As a woman.
as a wife, as
Yes.
a wife, as
Yes.
a mother,
As a Gen Z.
as a
Okay.
As a Gen Z
The
mother.
thing is, it's very simple. I've been married for 12 years.
Wow.
And
What do you know me?
of course, I senior you know.
I'm 9 years old.
So marriage, like he said, there is no manual to marriage. I have seen couples who have been married for more than 50 years, and one would think that their children will also toe that line and marry for a long time. But unfortunately, they are children of nowadays. There are so many things that have changed between then and now, that we cannot even place our fingers on. For example,
jet age.
this story now that you're saying about women arranging women for their husbands, if you say it to, like, for example, a man's parents, it will be shocking.
Yeah.
It's something unheard of. It is demonic. They would give all manner of names. They would condemn it in totality. But this is what is happening. I have seen men who arrange women for their wives also.
Okay, so Oti, I won't ask you. You don't ever try
no,
for
no,
your
no,
husband.
Let me land. I have seen men who arrange women for their wives.
Wow.
I have heard of women who arrange women for their
As
husbands.
house girls or house
And
helps.
not as house girls. It is what they understand. They love it. They do it and they encourage it. They will now, and you're wondering, what are they doing? 5 of them in a room. It gives them fun. There are so many things that gives them fun,
Were they
and they say
praying?
they like it. They like it. And at the point, there are so many, apart from infidelity, there are other factors that also leads to marriage crashing. We have financial issue, we have lack of communication, we have a whole lot of things. And so when couples fall out, for example, now one of the women that you brought to your husband, what if the husband now likes that person and begins to have
Let me help you out.
relationships
I'm a
with
man.
the
Let me
person?
help you out here. Let me help you out here. I don't know. I've been trying to hold myself not to break this table. Because
Break
this
it.
table, you see this table, the legs are
Wobbling.
the legs are not, the legs are wobbling. So there are so many things on top of the table. So I've been trying to hold myself not to destroy the table. Let me tell you something, girl. What you see today where young women, where young married, young women, wives, arrange fellow women. Some married too.
Wow.
To come and be with their husbands. And number two, allowing their husbands to do anything they want as long as they keep answering the name Mrs. One of the fallacy came from that health issue called prostate cancer.
No, but
I am coming, sir. Listen to me. Listen and listen very well.
So
Because they will tell you that the main cause of this thing is that you are not doing it frequently. And there is no how you will have sex frequently every time with your wife,
but
no matter how it happens.
but unfortunately, do you
No,
know that
no matter how much you love your wife, you cannot have with your wife on a regular basis. Let me tell you, for instance, 3 times a week.
How about husbands who don't have sex with their wives for 3 months and they live together?
That's what I'm saying. You are confirming what I'm saying.
It's not like
that
the
no
man
matter
is
what
not,
happens.
not like the man is not having.
But
He's having sex
no
even
matter
after
what
the
happens.
woman.
Otherwise, he's going to
When
have
last did you have sex with your husband? And the woman will say, let me think.
But Oti,
Let me think.
Oti, I don't get one lady we marry. Say the husband they like curvy ladies. When they marry recently, anytime we 2 of them they come up for you go see any girl we get backside wakapa, you go tell and say, babe, do you like her? I can call her. When this guy tell me saying they call, I tell and say, come. What if saying the advice?
And the husband green.
He say him be one use that and stop the husband from looking. I say you cannot stop him.
Possible.
I say you not fit stop.
Let me tell you, the number one.
I don't say now the man go use his mind stop to the look.
The number one fallacy.
Oh, I cannot believe this. Why is this car always breaking down?
Madam, you go na this engine.
John, you fixed this car yesterday.
Just wait, ma check wetin do.
This is totally unacceptable. Huh? What is this?
What is happening here? Madam, what's happening?
Na my madam motor. The car just dey stress me. This engine.
This car is always breaking down.
What kind of oil do you use in this engine?
Which one be? Na normal oil na. Oil.
Don't tell me oil na oil. Haven't you heard of Hyundai Exter engine oil?
You know what?
Hyundai Exter engine oil is the latest oil that solves the problem of all these breakdown, break up, everything. Gilly oil that you are having.
Is this the oil we're talking about?
This is the oil! Hyundai Exter engine oil. Good for old cars, new cars. In fact, it gives engine long life and prosperity.
Thank you.
You get these people number.
Thank you.
They suffer me.
This fits my car.
Call them.
Don't know anything.
Now they spoil mechanic work.
Hyundai Exter oil. Oil pass oil.
Yes, so we imagine we dey talk about the fallacy.
The number one
since when
fallacy.
you speak grammar well.
Listen, the number one fallacy that has come into today's marriages is the fear of prostate cancer. I don't want to say I have witnessed it.
You don't get prostate cancer.
Listen, Oga, I have witnessed it.
All
right, when the wife
witness?
said to the husband, he said to me, say, Emma, I don't want my husband to have that issue.
Of prostate cancer.
And the doctor says he must be
enjoying
to avoid. Yes, I know as a man that you have to be doing so that you can avoid
prostate.
So why can't the Oga be doing madam every time?
So our parents were married for a long time.
Dear,
why are they not having prostate cancer?
They are the ones having. Do you know I'm treating one? They have.
They have
so much because there is no how. When you start this thing, that first 1 month, when you are dating, the thing will increase. When you marry, that first 1 month, it fire. 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, it starts reducing. When children come, it starts reducing. Now the person that you used to be doing every day or every one week, it will change to 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You don't even do. So, and the man is there. Not like people are quarreling. You're not quarreling. You know? So, the women, I am telling you what I know. A particular woman said, since not like my husband has an issue with me, he doesn't have an issue with me.
That's okay.
But I just want the man try something else.
I want him to maintain the male organ very well.
But the man,
Okay, that means
instead of him to go and have issues outside.
but the man, why you know maintain the male organ with the wife?
That point, instead of him to get issue, we
with
can
the-
go arrange.
Do you understand?
yes.
Say, she
For the
prefers, instead of the man to go outside and have a side chick, you know. that
So the one when
she
you arrange
prefers-
for him.
hold on, that she prefers to know the side chick, but make person no come out and for house.
But a man, as a man now, do you think that even if the woman arranges a side chick for the husband, do you think that the husband will not still go outside?
They call it spicing up the marriage.
So what's the point? What's the point
They say,
arranging?
listen, oh,
What's
they
the
say
point
they're
arranging
trying
a
to
side
spice
chick?
up-
No, but see.
They say they are trying to spice up the marriage.
Iman, let
with
me tell you, what
different,
they call am?
varieties.
Iman, what they call am for
Complicated,
Gen Z?
yeah.
For Gen Z, they thought say make the marriage no dey too boring. Sometime as a Gen Z wife, go out, invite a fine girl, come and leave her with your husband in the room. No be say make
And
your husband
monitor.
and monitor. No be say make you do anything. No, make you just there with your wife, your husband. They gist.
So now-
to spice up marriage.
No,
so
no,
Let
you
me
now
tell
ask
you a
Oti,
very personal experience.
you don't call for person.
Very personal experience.
That's your final thought.
Your final
Before
thought.
That's the
I
final
got
thought.
married to my wife, okay, the person involved is still alive, okay.
We can go and verify.
Once with the talk.
So we'll go verify.
You can verify.
Okay.
Now, this human being, you know, was a buy.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Anna Mibaro.
I didn't know. All right, so we dated, and I will tell you that sometimes when we go out to clubs or stuff, she'll tell me, "Baby, have you seen that beautiful girl?" I say, "Yes." Say, "Let's take her home." And this girl you're talking about here, baby, came with a very handsome and rich guy. I don't know how she does it. She'll talk to the girl, and then the next thing we go.
Where the
With
girl now?
Do you understand? Don't ask me that. I won't tell you. So I don't go and look for her. Now, we will go. And do you know what do we do? She will partake, and I will partake.
Partake.
I asked her a question. I said,
In the fellowship.
In the communion, that's only
when
communion.
we get married, because actually we're actually planning to get married. When we get married, eventually, will you be doing this thing? Because actually, do you know that I didn't have
You
an
enjoyed
eye
it.
anymore for any. She will be the one to bring, 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4, and I'll be the man, the only one.
And you dey enjoy am that time. The thing
My
come
brother,
dey.
I didn't say I'm enjoying, but I was working.
You understand?
I was working to keep my relationship.
Yeah.
You know, that's what she wanted. And so I wanted to keep the relationship. But she'll give you an instruction. Never give or collect their phone numbers.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can imagine if the relationship worked and we got married.
You would have continued.
You see the kind of life I will be living. And then she told me
But
it
it-
was a way of spicing up the relationship.
relationship.
Instead of me to go outside alone and go and look for these girls
Yes.
and maybe go and
Sure.
carry one disease and go and
Oti,
give to her.
Oti,
Let
and you
her bring the girl to me.
Oti, if you no like spice up your marriage.
No, the thing is, marriage.
you
we are
not like
talking
spice
If you
up
no
your
like
marriage.
spice up your
Wait,
marriage.
we are talking about
No,
we are
wait,
talking,
you not for
if
like
you no like
spice up your marriage.
there are many ways to spice up
Tell
marriage.
us.
Now the thing is, if we are talking about why marriages crash, and the spicing up is agreed by both parties, then it shouldn't crash a marriage. Do you get? So to round up, to spice do what favors you, do what you enjoy, but keep your marriage. Whatever works for you may not work for another person, and that is what works for you. But we are talking about why despite the fact that you try to spice your marriage and you both agree, and the marriage will still crash. Before I round up, I'm still going to read a few, no, not Bible. Okay. I'm still going to mention a few reasons marriages crash. As stated here, infidelity, financial stress. We've not even talked about all of that. Commitment, communication problem, conflicts and arguing, unrealistic expectations. That's when I talked about social media and what you see and you're wishing that your house should have been like that. Abuse, extramarital sex, different sexual preferences. That one is a different topic for another day.
We'll talk this one for as a special topic on a separate day. Because get the way people they enjoy their woman and their man when they date together. So
because that one could be a reason for seeking other options.
But then don't also forget the fact that what works for Mr. A does not work
for exactly.
Yes. Marriage do not have a manual. It does not have a module that you must go. That you must.
Some religious house don't set manual for marriage.
No.
Right, I think we have to round up. We just have to round up.
Round it up.
Yes, we are rounding up.
For me, I want to say this. What works for Mr. A may not work for Mr. B, may not work for me.
Yeah.
So I will not look at your marriage as a standard for living my own life in my house. I may come to your house and your wife kneels down to save you food. It will be very wrong for me to come back and tell my wife, look, you have to kneel down and save me food. So if you come to my own house and see me kneeling down to save my wife food, take it away. That's what works for my marriage.
That's interesting.
Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you. That was a good way to round up. I would also say, do what works for you to keep your marriage. And also know that marriage is not a do or die affair. Yes. Because if you die in an abusive marriage, people will still blame you even in your grave. So do what works for you.
Yes, Godwin, for the love.
For the love. Yeah, simply because I think our religious leaders should help strengthen marriages rather than helping, to disintegrate families, to allow for crashes of marriages, because they have responsibility, which is to educate, which is to inform, which is to advise some of these couples on how to go about it. Because taking sides, some of them we've seen on social media, we've seen cases where men of God, so-called, are being arrested, some beaten to pulp for having affairs with people's wives. In the case, or in an attempt of going to
do deliverance.
All of that is really not encouraging. It's so sad. I just imagine saying to my wife.
No, imagine.
No, make I imagine.
Make you imagine her for a few seconds.
No, make I imagine them. Say, now my wife. Then can't catch you. Then I can't catch two of them. Like I catch two of them for that scene.
I'm not thinking,
bro. Now that's make you imagine.
No, because it is sad. It is sad.
Yeah.
And I pray. My concern is that they should help in building marriages rather than destroying marriage.
This is Flon Vibes, and of course today we don't try as much as possible to bring out some of these things where they really happen for our society, especially for this Gen Z era, where some ladies say they won't spice up marriage, and of course they won't behave like what they see for social media. I know also take away the fact that men too also they do their own part, say they won't spice up marriages too, and our religious leaders too make we understand the fact that marriage is now between two persons. Always allow the two persons to agree and disagree and settle and quarrel between themselves, and of course no take waiting they happen for OT house to one make it happen for your own house. Exactly. Because when una two been they agree to marry now, only una two now been there. The entire society no been there. My name now God Pikin. From Vibes, another very wonderful edition. They come your way. See.
From Vibes, the naked truth.
You are watching Flon Vibes, the naked truth.
This is Flon Vibes, the naked truth. You get it here, hot.
This now the Flon Vibes. The only show where we talk the truth as it be. The truth where they work out without words.